Look at this little dumbass. Alright, let's do this shit. Dude, why are you so indecisive? You didn't struggle at all clicking on this video, yet when it comes down to actually doing something important in your life, suddenly you freeze and you don't know what to do. But don't worry, because this video's got you covered. So a couple of days ago, as I was in this shopping mall and I was just minding my own business, as I was in one of the clothing stores, I could see from the other side of the alley that I was standing in that there was a very, very good looking girl, right? I'm just gonna say it. And as I was standing there, like contemplating whether if I should, talk to her or not, I was getting those negative thoughts all the time. One side of me genuinely wanted to get the courage to walk up to her and ask her, as I usually do. Usually I don't struggle with these kinds of things. But the other side of my mind was thinking different, to say the least. Now, I was getting the thoughts of, oh, you know what, she might be busy, or, oh, she's sitting on her phone, perhaps she doesn't want to get talked to, and I was coming up with all of these different ways I could get myself out of this situation just so that I don't have to step out of my comfort zone, so that I can stay in my little bubble, right? But the best part about all of this, the best part about this entire story is by the time I actually made up my mind and I made the decision to, walk up to her, she was already gone. By the time I actually got the confidence to walk up to her, as I looked around, she wasn't even in the store. Now listen, what I'm gonna say might just sound like I'm trying to be some annoying kid on the internet pretending to be the next Andrew Tate, so I hope you can take me seriously here. But masculine men are meant to lead. I know it sounds cliche and all that dumb shit, but deep down, you have this inner drive, this inner voice telling you what you should be doing instead of what the crowd wants you to do, instead of what the public wants you to do. Deep down, you get a feeling of what you should be doing. Yet instead, we often tend to follow what people tell us just so that we can fit in, right? That's why when you're in your friend group, for example, and you're discussing what you could be doing for next week, deep down you get an idea of what you could be doing. You have this idea that perhaps we could go to this place or that place, but instead, because that one guy from your friend group, friend, comes up with this great idea that you should be doing and everyone likes it, and because you don't want to be the odd one standing out, you just end up with something in the lines of, oh yeah, that's a great idea, we should totally do it, instead of actually expressing what's on your mind. Mine is here, not there. Now, I won't sit there and act like you're the only one struggling with making decisions, because nowadays, looking at how the average person acts and behaves, I don't really blame you. A lot of people nowadays struggle with making decisions, but you want to know what the best part is about all of this? The best part about this whole indecisiveness that we're experiencing nowadays is that you could be the one benefiting on it. Of course, I don't mean this in an evil way, but think of it this way. Imagine the example that we've just discussed with a group of friends wanting to meet up but not having an idea of what to do. If you could be the one actually speaking your mind, people would actually listen to you and they would take your idea into consideration. Now, from my experience, in my friend group, when we met up the first time, we used to be very indecisive, right? And I was smart enough to actually capitalize on this because I started to pump out my ideas every time. And most of the time, even when I don't have an idea, people ask me on what we should do on our free Fridays, right? This is the best part about all of this. Once you're able to establish yourself as the decision maker of a group of people, people are just gonna listen to you. It's the typical leader follower track. Of course, once again, I'm not trying to be I feel like I'm repeating myself, but yeah, if you want to actually learn something about masculinity without it sounding like some Sigma Alpha bullshit, read The Way of the Superior Man. I'll put it up on the screen just so you can know. One more thing that I wanted to mention in this whole discussion about making decisions is that girls especially, they hate it when a guy struggles with making decisions. Now, once again, I'm not trying to be some dating coach style YouTuber because I know this shit's very cringe. I'm just a 17-year-old kid who's teaching you about social skills and I'm just trying to help you out, right? But Girls really don't like it when a guy's indecisive. Let's go back to the beginning of this video. The story of how I was at this shopping mall looking at this girl. How many signs do you have to get for you to get the courage to actually walk up to her? It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy, you know, I'm a victim to this as well, but the amount of guys, okay, this is kind of off topic, right? But every time I see a girl and a guy, let's say in a store, for example, and she's asking him like, oh, should I buy this dress or this dress? If I should I get this shirt or that shirt? And the guy just responds with, yeah, pick whichever you think's the best. I already know you're cooked. Like, I already know you're gonna flop this shit up. I'm sorry, I don't wanna, I just really felt like making that statement. So if you wanna talk to me directly, whilst hanging around the absolute best community on the entire internet, join the Discord server. I'm not trying to sell you anything, this is a free platform, right? But the amount of value you'll gain out of this, it's genuinely crazy, to be honest. We have weekly calls, we have a very active community. Plus, I can assure you that you will not have as much fun anywhere else as we have on our calls, right? This is an unreplaceable experience. So, handshake that you'll have a great time here, and I won't waste any of your time anymore. Also, for those who stayed to this point of the video, yes, my right side of my face is frozen. That's why I can only smile like this. Okay, this is the best I can do. But if you want to take a closer look, I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah, they pulled out my wisdom tooth a week ago. That's why I'm kind of half frozen. But yeah, I won't waste any of your time. If you want to see more, click all these videos. If not, do what everything is right, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. So take care, brother, and keep working.